Hey guys, Care Bear TV, running Obedient Dead. Ooh, so we've got 3 swamps, lots of big creatures, a murder and a Myers Toll, plus our Reaver Demon and our Obliterator. We'll keep hold of that hand, I think. Only made one change. I've made one change to the deck since the last time we've played. I took out one of the medallions because I was finding I was getting a lot of mana, but early game I was lacking in power, and I put the Nacdul Shade in because it's only a 2 cost and you can pump it, and it's quite a handy blocker. So we're playing PC Keepers, which is cool. Name not available. He is running 60 cards, which is nice. There's my 4th mana that we were looking for. That's fantastic. So now we'll just keep skipping the turn. So the Peacekeepers, the Oblivion Ring is what we've got to watch out for. Journey to Nowhere and of course Fiend Hunter are all the ones that will get rid of my creatures. Is he mana blocked? That would be a bummer if we were mana blocked on this turn already. You know, that would suck. But then why would you take a hand with 1 mana with the Peacekeepers unless he's got a lot of low cost cards? Nope, he's not mana blocked, so we were talking absolute nonsense anyway. So I wonder what kind of position we're going to be in here. Hopefully what will we be looking for? We're probably looking for a couple of creatures next turn. Maybe a Liliana Shade, but we can't cast that, so... oh, okay, that's funny. Doing that main phase for some reason. So I'm not sure why he's done that main phase. You going to swing in with your Doom Traveller? May as well. Can't do anything about it. Should have kept that back. That should have been getting cast on my end phase. Because if he had cast that on my end phase, then it would prevent me using anything like Mutilate or stuff like that to ping them off. So he's basically just set up, if I did have a Mutilate or if I had an Infest, I would be able to just clear the board. So you always want to cast that kind of thing, depending on the power or the end of my end phase, because it's not giving him an advantage on this turn, and it is an instant, raise the alarm. So if you've got nothing else to cast, you always cast that in your player's end in phase. I don't do it all the time. I mean, I say that, but I don't do it. Do we want to make him sacrifice a card this early? No, we'll not bother. We'll just skip our turn. Keep hold of the stuff. I suppose I could have maybe used that and seen if he had got... But I'd only been seeing 3 cards, so I'd rather wait to see if I can see more of his cards. Oh, he's got another Raise the Alarm. So that's kind of interesting. Good thing is I will have Obliterator out next turn, so I'm taking another 3 damage here. Yeah, again, as I said, with the Raise the Alarm, he should have been really holding that back. So, at least we can get Obliterator out this turn. I keep calling it Obliterator Titan, but it's not Obliterator. It's funny because like every time I see it, it's the Phyrexian Obliterator. So, there's another swamp. I suppose we may as well just drop this big dude. Not much else we can do. Hopefully he's not got anything for that. I mean, if he's got a Fiend Hunter, it won't be too bad because I can murder the Fiend Hunter. But if he's got a Journey to Nowhere or an Oblivion Ring, we're in a little bit of trouble. Because he does have a reasonable amount of power. But Infest would wipe his board. Okay, he's got that dude, which is the lifelink dude, isn't it? It's a plus, yep, lifelink, and when he dies he puts a 1/1 Spirit Toker, 4 cost. So he's going to swing in. And we will obviously block one of these dudes. We will block one of the tokens. Keep the Doom Traveller alive, I'm assuming. So that goes back to his face. And he takes 1. I do ping one of his dudes. We're a wee bit away from Reaver Demon. Reaver Demon does obviously clear the board quite nicely when we get that down. We're obviously going to make him throw away a card this turn, probably. I could probably just murder that dude. I'm assuming this guy's quite new to Magic because he's taking his time with his turns and everything, and he's having a look at everything, so I'm not sure. Okay, Grizzlebrand. That's pretty interesting. So I think our play is, I don't think I want to swing in this turn. Because doing 5 damage, well, that means I would be taking 5 back to my face. He's not going to obviously block, because that would be silly. Why is he not taking 1 damage? Oh, he had to sacrifice a permanent. No, sorry. Yeah, so he got rid of another one of his tokens. Of course, I'm thinking of a different card there, obviously. Anyway, we'll get rid of, make him sacrifice a card here, not me, him. Let's have a look at his hand as well. Check out what he's holding on to. I suppose we could just probably murder that dude. You've got to show me all 3 of your cards, dude. So how far away are we from this thing? It's an 8 cost, so we're still a fair bit away from getting to that. Grizzlebrand is also an 8 cost as well. Right, this dude's taking far too long to show me his entire hand. Come on, dude. It's not hard, you've got 3 cards, it's not complicated. 3 cards in your hand, show me all 3 of them. So, not anything in particular interesting. The paddling doesn't bother me, I suppose, too much. This dude is probably what's going to annoy me the most because he can tap down my Obliterator. So I think that has to be the play to get rid of that. I've still got my murder open to kill he's paddling when he drops it, so that's fine by me. We'll not attack, we'll stay back to block. Unless he top stick something nice, he's not doing too good. I've not seen anything in his deck yet that shows me that he's got anything particularly dangerous, and it also makes me believe that he's new to Magic as well. I've not seen any of the wee cards yet, so he's still obviously learning. He's going to swing in with you're going to swing a lifelink dude person. Excellent, that's what we want. That means you'll be sacking 2 boys. Because he's got 2 damage and it'll be 2 damage to my Obliterator. Does mean I take 3 again, but I'll be able to clear the board a little bit better. And I know what he's got in his hand now. He's only got whatever he top decked and the first strike dude. He's thinking. So we will block there. He does gain 2 life because that's got lifelink, but I do make him sack 2 of his dudes, so which will probably be the last 2 tokens I would assume that he'd get rid of. Hopefully we'll draw something pretty nice. Do I just want to murder that? I'm probably just going to murder that on the end of this turn, depending on what he sacks. Don't want to keep letting this get in because this would become a flyer. That's why I'm not blocking that. I don't want him having a flyer just yet. So you can get rid of lands or you can get rid of tokens. So I'm assuming you'll get rid of the tokens, and I'll probably just murder that thing. Possibly. Maybe not. I might not. I might hold the murder back just because I don't have any plays. So I'm probably just going to hold back. Cool. Liliana Shade. So he basically sacked his Doom Traveller so he could get a couple of flyers out. Okay. Well, that's interesting for me. I need to hold back, otherwise I'm in trouble unless I just murder. No, Liliana Shade because I can get my swamp out anyway. And we can hold back because we can pump Liliana Shade to take out that token, kill that, which means I'm taking 4. Still not the best situation to be in here. It's not looking great, so I'm probably going to lose to a 60 card Peacekeeper deck that's not got any decent cards in it, which is a little bit disappointing. But then we've still got some cards in my hand that can bring me back. Corrupt gives me life. What else have I got that gives me life? Last Kiss, I can get life back. Oh, there's the Oblivion Ring. So there goes my Obliterator, so that's probably GG now. So he's top decked that. That's pretty nasty. Okay. Okie dokie. I'm still not completely dead, though it's not looking overly healthy. We obviously have to block here because we can't do any... Well, maybe not. I'll be taking... What? Let's have a look. Let's do the maths. Taking 6. 9. If I block and kill the token, I can murder that on my turn. Still leaves him with 2 flyers though. Yeah, well, we may as well just try this. Hope for the best. Hopefully we'll top deck something worthwhile. Infest or something like that can clear the board. Corrupt. Anything that gives me life or anything. I need something. I'm dead either way, even if I'd killed that. At least leaving this creature on the battlefield gives me something to block. So what do we top deck? We top deck a swamp, which is completely and utterly useless. So, well, yes, no. I can murder one of these dudes, but I'd still be taking 2. I murdered that. I'm still taking 2. So I should have killed that. So I should have killed that on my turn, because there's nothing else I can do now, because I'm still going to be taking 2 from these guys. GG. So there we go, guys. Bit of a sucky game, actually. That really didn't work out at all well. So GG. Very annoyed and very frustrated with that. I don't know what to say. I'm just surprised that I actually lost that game, considering he had nothing. But having 2 big cards and not hitting a mana. I mean, one turn, if I'd survived one more turn, say there we go. See, if I'd blocked here that turn, oh, it wouldn't have mattered. I'd had a pacify anyway. If I'd blocked here, then I'd have killed that, and it still wouldn't matter when I'm top deck and I pacify, so it makes no difference. Just so we can be fun, we'll just murder that dude, just for the sake of it, because I can't do anything else. He still gets in for the Steve Lethal. So I'm not doing particularly well with the Obedient Dead this week at all. It's been rather disappointing. There's his last card, which we knew he had it anyway. So swinging for the GG, mate. Come on, chop chop. Let's get this game over and done with. So we missed the mana, which is a bit of a shame, because dropping Reaver Demon would have won me the game. Well, probably maybe wouldn't have won, but I definitely would have had a better position. So there we go, guys. Cubia TV signing out.